Welcome, welcome. This is our Vixen Part 2, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys. We had some computer issues today, so I'm coming to you from my phone, and I was all flustered, I'm like, stupid technology, right? And then I realized this whole thing is about our bodies, our beautiful bodies, right? Our capable, amazing, strong women bodies. And so it occurred to me from my phone, it's much easier for me to stand. I've got like my little stand all set up or whatever, and you can see my body. And maybe that's how it was supposed to be for this training. So, hi guys. Hi Gina. Let me know that you're watching in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear where you're at. We have members from actually all over the world in this group. And gosh, after the holidays, after our fun giveaway, I just feel so much gratitude for the the feeling that we've created in this group, the camaraderie, the sisterhood, and the determination for greatness. Like, I just saw a lot of bravery in people posting really vulnerable questions and stuff. So I loved that. I'd love to hear in the comments, like, what was your favorite question that came through, or what was your favorite kind of aha that came through as we did those anonymous questions. I'd love to hear. Gina, how are you? Just gonna wait a little bit here for anyone new to pop in. Usually I have my wonderful assistant Miriam tagging people several minutes before we actually begin. And so since I was on my phone today and had all the fuss, we just started just now. So, oh yay, hi Julie. Hi. Put where you're watching from in the comments, guys. I'd love to hear. Yeah, I know where Julie lives. I don't know where Gina lives, actually. Though I received something from you in the mail. I'm trying to think, where did that come from? Oh, guys, I am so excited and jazzed, and I have been all week to talk about our bodies. And maybe I am just going to dive right in, but put in the comments bodies if you are ready to hear about Sacramento. Jenna, hi! How are you? Put in the comments bodies, sacred bodies, if you're ready to hear this content about bodies. This is the kind of content that is like 1 in 100, or maybe even like lesser odds than that really like we need it flip-flopped, right? Like, wouldn't it be great if 99% of the messages we heard about our bodies were about their truth, their amazingness, their strength, their power, their divinity, their goodness, their capability, their power, rather than the media messages, which is it's not enough, it's never enough, you have to do more, you aren't worthy, only a certain shape or size is good enough, only a certain shape or size is deemed as sexy, which then means like, wait, but I'm also supposed to have sex, like I'm supposed to connect through sex, I'm supposed to like procreate, like, and I'm in a body that's not deemed as sexy, so what does that even frigging mean for me? And we don't take enough time, you guys, to pull this crap apart. We just don't. We're like bombarded. We are bombarded on every side. Hey everyone. Hey Kiara. Hey Sarah. Oh, this is so fun. Hi guys. Yay, bodies. So put bodies in the comments if you are ready to hear this message about stepping in to our confidence in our own skin. Gosh, it is not right. It fuels me with a righteous anger. The media messages that we receive, the messages that subliminally come through, leak through, and submerge every part of our culture from pornography, it fuels me with a righteous anger. Like, I'm freaking pissed about it. Why always the attack on women and our bodies? Like, gosh, it makes me angry. I want you guys to feel that freaking anger because it's power. We're nice, right? We're nice girls, we're nice women, and we don't let ourselves feel that anger. But in that anger, like, this is the one space where I would say rebel like hell because your body is amazing. Hi, Eliza. Yay, awesome, guys. So our bodies are such a gift. Dang it, aren't they? Put your hand on your heart and tap and say, my body's such a gift. I'm just so emotional, you guys, today. My body is such a gift. So you guys, I'm going through like a really big thing. I haven't talked about it very much in here. I haven't talked about it very much in most places, but I have a cancer scare going on right now in my body. In my body. And that is like a huge part of why I'm showing up to do this training on this today. On Friday, I will be receiving another ultrasound to find out if the tumor on my ovary has either grown or shrunken. And if it's grown, then they want to take out my whole left ovary. And at which point I will find out if it's real cancer or not. And, you know, at which point I may find out, like, I need cancer treatments or whatever. And yet I stand before you claiming that my body is a gift. And I feel that in every fiber of my being. So I felt a little cloudy as I was preparing for this training, because I have so much passion about this right now. So I'm just going to trust that who's ever watching this is going to get exactly what you need out of it. Can we all just set that intention right now? Whoever's watching this, you're going to get exactly what you need out of this right now. Because your body is sacred. Your body is amazing. So recently, within the last month, I had a call with a woman, and she said to me, I mean, and I shared this a little bit in some posts that I wrote. I couldn't believe that we were having this conversation, because this is this radiant woman. She's so beautiful, just inside and out. She's got these like saucer eyes, and she's Mexican. She's got this beautiful skin and long flowing hair that she's just beautiful. And then her heart is golden, right? And on top of that, I learned about her over the last couple of months that she's a real successful business owner and a single mom, doing it all on her own, has healed from a rough divorce, right? And we sit down, she really wants to attract a new partner in her life, and it's like, but I have all this sagging skin, and I'm terrified to be intimate with someone because I have all this sagging skin. And I think it just hit me again, a reaffirmation of like how crazy this world is that we live in this narrative that we're constantly buying and feeding ourselves. Because you know, from anyone's viewpoint, they would say, even to the standards that be right, that she has the perfect body. Like, she had 2 kids, okay, so maybe she has a little sagging skin, right? But really it was like, oh my gosh, and it just struck me that you know, it's this whole principle that even when I was my thinnest, I thought I was fat. The whole time I was in my eating disorder, all through my adolescence, I thought I was fat. I'm in recovery from an eating disorder. I don't know if you guys knew that. So, hi guys. Got some more people joining in. Type sacred body. My body is a sacred body in the comments. If you're just joining us, welcome. So the whole time that I was truly stick thin, I felt too fat. Because there's nothing broken about that. Like, what the heck? Why do we do this stupid stuff to ourselves, you guys? Right? In the book, now I'm not gonna be able to remember the name of it, by Glennon Doyle Melton, her most recent book. She talks about like the little tiny birds that they send down into mines, and the birds sing all the time, and if the bird's not singing, that lets the miners know that there's toxic gases that have been emitted in the mine, and then they're not supposed to go any further into the mine. If they can't hear from a certain range the bird singing, then they know, okay, we can't go in there, it's full of toxic gases. But we are like that bird, right? We are like that bird, and the toxic gases are all these messages that come from men, media, pornography, every frigging angle, the grocery store, our mother-in-law, like, whatever, right? Everywhere we turn, maybe our group of friends, we're getting these toxic messages. And nobody would ever turn to the bird and like judge the bird for being stuck in a cage down in the mine and then breathing in all the air and dying from the toxic gas. Like, nobody would ever be like, what a stupid bird. Like, and that is us, right? So I'm not here to condemn any of us for our like broken ways of thinking, because we are the bird who have been put in a cage and shoved down a mine and said, eventually these toxic gases will kill you. That's us. It's us. Can you just let that sink in a little bit? Again, we need this righteous anger because it's our power. That's us. So what do we do? What do we do with this? We don't have to. We can free ourselves from the cage. We can free ourselves from the mine at any time, and we can swim out of it. And then when we see those little pieces of toxic gas, we have to label them, right? We gotta label those pieces, and then we have to just get away from them. We don't need that stuff. There's a sister here in the group, and she was like, I love everything you're saying, but then why did my husband leave me? Because he was constantly lusting after younger women. Oh my gosh, right? Do we know that that's an existing thing? Like these older men who leave their wives, leave their children, and go for these super young women, and for whatever reason the young women go with them. Maybe they have money or whatever. Like, why is that even a thing? Well, they've been drinking the same Kool-Aid. They've been breathing in the same toxic gases. Our men have been told since birth, like, a super hot, sexy woman who does these things to you, the things that they see in pornography. A woman who treats you like that is going to fulfill all your wildest dreams. You won't have need for anything else. So when they get into a marriage, and if they really, and for most of us, can we just be honest, pornography is like rampant everywhere, right? So for most of our men, they experienced pornography as a kid, or maybe even still. So they were, raised to believe this. Then they get into marriage, and it's like, oh wait, like, you're just a normal person. Like, where's my super hot, like, crazy, will do anything for me and constantly gives me new stimulus and, elastic, basically, like, can flip upside down. Where is that? Like, does that come later? And then we, as women, we take that on as like, oh, I'm not enough. And it's this vicious cycle. I'll never forget in 2015 when I started really tackling my eating disorder, I heard a statistic that just brought me so many chills. And it was 70% 70% of men will be or have been addicted to pornography at some point in their life. And 30% of men will or have had an eating disorder. So 70-30. And it's exactly flip-flop for women. I think that statistics have changed, but in 2015, these were the statistics, that then 70% of women will have or have struggled with an eating disorder, and 30% of women will have or have struggled with a pornography addiction. And I just there's no coincidence, is it? There's no coincidence that that's the case, because then we start punishing ourselves. So I want to go through the 3 top things that, let me pull up my little notes here, that have us top tips that we need to shift about our bodies. And I am just going to be super blunt with you guys. I have not gotten here alone, and you will not get there alone, because again, 99% of the messages, or maybe more, that you are hearing about your body right now are not this message. 99% are telling you that your body's not enough. And so how the hell are we supposed to survive if we're going to try and be an island and do everything on our own? We can't. We cannot beat this by ourselves. That's just bottom line. And I've seen that for myself and clients, all my clients. But let me tell you, these are the top 3 things to focus your attention and get some support in. One is our exercise, right? So we're constantly, in order to be a sexy vixen, we are told our body needs to look a certain shape and size. I mean, I think I could probably sit down and type into Google, what are the measurements for the perfect, sexy body? And I'd probably find measurements and then, sit there and measure myself against that or whatever, right? We are given this image, and then it's okay, now you need to make your body squeeze it into this cookie cutter image, and anything that doesn't fit is bad. So that's bull crap. Why would we do that? And also, haven't we ever, especially as American women, I think we're so trapped in our little boxes. Look around. Different cultures are built differently, right? Certain countries, the women are super short. Other countries, the women are super tall. Some countries, the people are so stick thin. And some countries, they have giant bones. Why do we think that, there's a certain size that's perfect? It's insane, right? So we have to challenge that all the time. So when it comes to our exercise, how do we actually feel confident in our body? This is not an anti-exercise message. As a matter of fact, what we do, a beautiful website that's very helpful in this is beautyredefined.org, and they have great blog and stuff. What we do is find things that make us feel accomplished by using our bodies. So we use our bodies to feel strong and accomplished. We use our bodies to feel alive and exhilarated, to feel in our power as a woman, as a being, right? Almost comparable to, if any of you have experienced physical labor when you're delivering your own child. And if you had a C-section, we won't quite connect with this to this level, because there's this moment when the baby is leaving your birth canal, and you just are, all of a sudden it's almost like you're fully human, but also fully holy or fully spirit all at the same time. You can't think about anything. You're in total survival, right? And then you just use your instincts to get the baby out. And it's exhilarating. It's holy crap, my body did this. That's how we need to feel in exercise, right? Why not? Instead, what we do is I have to go to the gym, I have to do this, I have to do that, and we're punishing ourselves, we're taping ourselves. And I'm not to say the gym is bad. Maybe in the gym is where you feel that. I just talked to a woman the other day, and she's I love lifting heavy weights. I'm good for you. So she's at a boot camp gym, and it fuels her. That's what we're looking for. The thing that feels yes. And if you don't have that thing, Go after it. Like, fight for it tooth and nail till you find it. For me, the thing is yoga and dancing, but also really anything in nature. Like, if I can hike to the top of a mountain, I'm like on top of the world. If I can go like hike to a waterfall, or even go on a bike ride, we love that kind of stuff. Put in the comments, what is your thing? What's your exercise thing? If you found it, what's the thing that really fuels your body? So you can say, wow, look at what my body can do. My body gives me confidence because it's strong. My body gives me strength because now I can lift things and do things I didn't even know I could. My body is amazing because like I can do a handstand or whatever it is, right? But I'd love to hear in the comments, and I know everyone would love for you to share. What is that thing that you do? I love it. I'm seeing comments coming through here. Swimming. Okay, it's not an exercise website. It's actually it's a body positive website, beautyredefined.org. Yoga and hiking, yoga, rock climbing, hiking, biking, kayaking, dance. Oh, yes, you guys. So that's it. That's what I want to say about exercise. Food. Let's go to food is the next one, because that's the next way that we punish ourselves to try to make ourselves sexy. It's like, okay, well, if I gotta fit my body, squeeze my body into this cookie cutter mold, then I gotta make sure I'm eating like, 1,000 calories a day, whatever. Like, you're gonna keel over. You're probably lightheaded every time you stand up. You're probably really suffering. You probably have low energy and lethargy because you're not giving your body energy. That's what calories are. They're energy. So here's what I have to say about food. And this has come from years and years of work with myself and also with clients. I have clients right now who struggle with their relationship with food, right? Food is God's gift to us. We've totally detached from that because we can just go to the grocery store, right, and buy like a pack of chicken and stuff. And it's an interesting experiment to see how your home relates with food. Is go to your kids and ask them, like, where does this chicken breast come from? Or hold up a beet. Do you know what this is? Or how did this tomato go from wherever it came from to on our plate? And that gives you some sort of clue. So we do gardening and stuff like that. We also butcher our own chickens once a year, just so that like we all are connected to the fact that like this food is a gift to us. It comes from beautiful, I keep looking out my window. It comes from beautiful Mother Nature to fuel our bodies. And trying to decide if I want to share this sacred piece that just came to my heart. Our Heavenly Mother, this is what I really believe. Our Heavenly Mother is the one who said, let me clothe the earth in flowers. Let me, if I have to be separate from you, my child, then let me give you nurturing. Let me give you sustenance. Let me make this beautiful orange for you so that you can feel and know that you are loved and cherished. And I'll put so much detail into it. I'll make it just right for you so you can have it and you can remember that you're my precious child. And yet, we use food to punish ourselves. We hate food. We struggle, right? And the messages are crazy, and I could go into tons of statistics about I would just challenge you to Google and look into how they came up with the measurements or the specifications for obesity, the term obesity, what it means to be obese, overweight, morbid obesity. How did they come up with those terms? Who was on the board when they came up with those terms? It's all propaganda. I'm a total conspiracy theorist because it serves me, because it puts me back in the power seat. So, okay. And then last of all, our appearance. So again, we're worried about shoving ourselves into this cookie cutter. Our bodies, we think If I don't have this certain shape, let's get really real, right? If I don't have this certain shape when I'm in bed with my husband right now, he's not going to get turned on. He's not going to desire me. I'm not turned on. I'm busy worrying about if he notices how much my skin sags. Oh my gosh. Right? Or I've definitely heard throughout the years, I never have sex with the lights on because I don't want him to see my body. I would rather just not have sex. Or even worse, right? We just uncovered some of this in a group. I don't even like to go to social events because of my body, because of how much extra fat I have on my body. So our bodies now, what was once meant to allow us to have the fullest human experience, are now the reason that we isolate, that we don't enjoy life, that we punish ourselves. It's devastating. So here's what I would say about appearance. Appearance, everyone is beautiful. Do you remember thinking about that when you were a kid? Maybe it was just me, but because this was like my mission in the world, is to help women. But I used to look around at my schools, because I had friends who were super critical, and they'd be like, look at that fat, ugly girl and stuff. Like, and sorry if that's a big trigger, because I know like we've been on the other end of that, right? So I would have friends who would say stuff like that, and I would look around at people, and it was like, well, okay, she doesn't brush her teeth, and she hasn't brushed her hair today, but if she did, like, could I see her beauty? Or there's another girl I'm thinking of, and it was like, well, she's kind of rude to everyone all the time. She seems pretty miserable. But if she was happy, would we think she was ugly? I mean, what really is ugly? And again, who made these rules about what's beautiful and what's ugly? Who made these rules? It's crap. Because beauty comes from the inside out. And your sexiness comes from the inside out. It does. And I'm good friends with a woman who was born with total face deformities. And I so empathize with her. Her journey in life has been so hard because we're so appearance focused, aren't we? Isn't it just obnoxious? We're so appearance focused. But those moments when she's sharing her testimony, or when she's laughing, or when she's lit up about her kids, she is beautiful. She's beautiful. And all of a sudden, all the deformities and stuff, you don't see them as much. You see her, like her real self. And that's the problem, you guys. When we're punishing ourselves with exercise, food, and all about our appearance, and it's punish, we are radiating ugly. We are radiating ugly. And we are not sexy, and we are not turning our husband on, no matter what. Like, no matter, even if you did achieve the perfect body, you are not attractive. It comes from the inside out. We got to care for ourselves. We got to fuel that part of ourselves. We got to challenge these messages. We got to fight for our joy and our fulfillment and our purpose and our passion, like our lives depend on it, because they do. Do. So please, I'd love if you'd share in the comments your one takeaway from today. What are you going to take away from today? This training was far longer than I intended it to be. And again, I appreciate you guys just like hanging with me in this, because I am extra emotional about our bodies. My body is teaching me something like crazy right now with this cancer scare. It's teaching me so much, and I've had to just get present with it. It's calling on me constantly. Like, listen to me, get present with me, sit with me. I've just sat and been still with my body for about 10 hours a week for the last month. Just listening to it, being with it, seeking to love it and heal it and accept it no matter what happens, no matter if I have to have surgery or if I am actually healing. Like, I would love to go into my scan tomorrow and they say, it's shrunk, you know, you don't have to have surgery, it's shrunk. I'd love that. But if they don't and they tell me that I need surgery, I still am in deep gratitude of this body. So much gratitude. Oh, so what are you guys' takeaways? Let me read through these comments here. Oh, I love that, Sarah. Exactly right. Sarah said, I've heard many men say that extra padding and stretch marks and softness are some of their favorite parts of a woman's body. So why are we so hard on ourselves? Isn't that crazy? Oh, it is. I relate with that. There were times my husband would tell me how much he loved my body or things, and it was because of my own attitude about my body. I could not even receive what he was trying to tell me. I couldn't receive it, right? So being in that receptive place is a huge telltale sign. Dance has always been one of my favorite movements. Lately, I've been going to a gym that has my whole heart. I'm so proud of myself after every workout. I love that, Sarah. Okay, some takeaways here. I'm going to take away that Heavenly Mother had a hand in the gifts of food. Yeah. That's it, right? Let that sink in. Just for you, Jenna, her precious daughter. I love the idea that food is a gift from Heavenly Mother. I'm so glad I chose to share that. If you don't believe in the Heavenly Mother, just think about it as a great gift from Mother Nature. Synonymous, right? Heavenly Mother, Mother Nature. I'm going to find exercise that lights me up and do that more. Yeah. And it might look different from day to day. I know for me it does. Like, I love yoga, and there are times, well, just a few months ago, I posted on my profile how much I was like struggling with yoga. And so just recently I created my own little hot yoga in my bathroom with like, I have like heaters in there, and my bathroom's not big, you guys. It's pretty small. There's like just enough space for my pretty big yoga mat. And so I have to do a lot of like forward instead of out because there's nowhere to go. My arms are I'm like right by the toilet, but you know what? It works, and it like refueled me. I'm like, oh, there it is again. So I love that, and we have to do that. We have to do that to remember what a gift our bodies are. My food is not just a privilege; it's a loving, nurturing gift. Beautiful, Miriam. All right, thank you guys. So I just want to reiterate this fact that this is like nigh unto impossible to achieve. This true radiance of my sexiness, the ability to walk into with my husband and be so open that I could do a lap dance for him if I want to, just because I feel radiant and sexy in my body. To get to that level, it's not easy, you guys, and get support, get help. Book a call with me. Let's do this. Let's work together so that you can have this radiance and this connection with your body that so many women are missing. We're missing it. We're missing it. And it's that righteous anger. So again, let that fuel you. Don't just believe the messages from now on. Like, let them get you mad. Let your kids see you mad about it so they don't get sucked into all the BS. Like, come on, right? All right, guys. Bye.